in typical Welsh style, it has been a miserable couple of days, but today, being Wednesday, there is a little bit of a break in the weather. Although it's cloudy, it's dry at the minute. Now the past few days have been a nightmare. I mean, I've said before, I will go out and about in the rain. I don't mind too much, but I think some places where you go and visit, they just better, obviously, when the weather is nice. And I've got a few locations built up now that I want to visit in Wales, but I really want to do them on a nice day, you know, and enjoy them to the max. So anyway, where we're off to today, I think there's one castle to visit, and I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna have to tell you when I get there. It's a strange named place. It's a ruin and it's on some farmland, and it looks like it's like a big stately home or something like that. But it's not exactly got a Welsh name. The name of it sounds pretty much French. It's like Beaupré or something. It might, I'm sure it's not a castle, but it might be called a castle. I think it might be one of those fortified manor houses. But now I'm hoping that I can get there without any trouble, because apparently the site is on private farmland and I don't think you can actually drive directly to it. You've got to park up some way away and then make your way to it. And it's a shared access area as well, which is going to be filled with cattle. But I think it is a public walkway as well. Anyway, we'll have a look. We'll see what happens. My only worry is it's going to be absolutely sodden wet, but we'll have to see when we get there. Right, so the names of the locations that I'm going to, and there's two for the first castle that I'm going to go to, and I'm not going to pronounce a difficult one, but it is called St Quintin's Castle, also known as, I'll put it there now. And then we're going to be going to something called Old Beaupré Castle. I shall also put the name there as well, and that's meant to be right nearby. So it's only two locations today, but that'll do for me. And I think one of them is not accessible until 9:30. I'm going to be really early, but I'm going to have a walk around, see what I can find, you know. But I will hang around today. I'm not just gonna give up. It is really early. What is it, 10 to 7 in the morning now? I was hoping to get up to these locations before the traffic starts getting bad. There you have it, St Quintin's Castle. Amazing, breathtaking actually. What a place. There's a couple of people there walking their dogs, no problem at all with that. You could sit in there for hours and have a picnic and take your kids there and grandkids there, and that would make a wonderful little place to visit, you know, if you want somewhere quiet. Now this is one of those villages that is what you'd expect from, I don't know, how can I explain it, like the middle of Wales, in the middle of absolutely fucking nowhere, you know. It is a really, really quiet little backstreet place, and there's a warning of a width restriction on the road, and this car, being small, the Beetle, was only just fit through it as well. It's such a tiny place. I mean, I don't know whether there's access from another area to get like your deliveries and bits and pieces here, but there's no way a van would have fit through the little village that I came through. But what a wicked little place. Everyone here as well. As I was walking to the castle, which was only, I don't know, about 50 metres down the road, everyone that I walked past, dog walkers and runners, and you know, everyone was really nice, saying hello, good morning, asking how I was, and such a beautiful way of life. You know, I really do like that. I do like those sort of people instead of what I meet in my day-to-day life. You know, this is where I need to be permanently. Mind you, saying that, I say about being somewhere like this permanently, do you think it would become boring? I don't know. Would you get lost here? Would you know, after a few years of living here, knowing everyone and visiting the same places in this area, would it become boring? I don't know. I don't know whether us outsiders we come here because it is such a change of normal life. You know, you come here for just a visit, so you think to yourself, yeah, I could really see myself out here. But then would you get bored with it? You know, would you want to move on to something else because it is such a small area? I don't know, it's an interesting one. I think I'd like to holiday up here, spend a couple of weeks here maybe, but my biggest problem is I get bored. So after I've explored everywhere around here, I'd want to move on to the next one. So yeah, I do get real itchy feet nowadays. I do struggle with just sitting indoors. I want to go and view things and look at things and walk and, you know, fill up my mind with all of what the world's got to offer at the minute. I was never like that before, but now I'm absolutely I'm chomping at the bit to go out and explore. And luckily, being in Wales, there's so much to explore. So anyway, I'm waffling now. So anyway, yeah, I think we're going to move on to the next one now. But I'm undecided whether to go to that that manor house thing, or there's a couple of churches here as well. I can see there's one just behind me, so I'm tempted to go have a look at that first. While I'm here, it'd be silly not to, but yeah, I'll do a bit of research, I think. Have a look, see if it's open. Now I'm struggling with this next visit to that Beaupre Castle. The problem I got is my sat nav is taking me fuck knows where, and it's just trying to take me down some one-way streets going the wrong way, and oh, that was a major fail, that was. So I tried pulling over and sort of having another look on the internet, you know, to see if there's any more postcodes, but I can't get any signal. Like I say, I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I think this one might be a failed mission. It's just right, wherever I've ended up, there's a car park, and this looks like a nice place. I've seen a sign for a church, and I've also seen the sign for the beach. So I think this, yeah, I think this is a wise idea. I think I'm just going to park in here and have a walk around the local area, see what I can find. believe it or not, I've walked 3 miles now away from the church that I was just at, and I was looking for the beach and I got a bit lost, but I found a ruin, but I don't know if I can get into it. It looks like it might be a farm, so I don't know. I'm hoping I can get in or get a view from the outside at least. It looks pretty cool. I'll be well chuffed if this is one of them finds that I found on the off chance. Right, it turns out it's something called Boverton Palace. I think it's an old mansion from what the sign just said, but it's locked up tight. There's a set of gates there, but it says trespassers will be prosecuted, and there's no other way in, unfortunately. Oh, there's a shame. It looks proper good from the outside. Anyway, I found a park. I'm going to utilise the park bench and have a drink and something to eat, I think. Now that was a kick-ass walk. I really enjoyed that, and that little town of Boverton, I walked through the high street this time, and there was a few shops there, and there was this beautiful little fair trade shop as well, and I popped in there and got myself a funky little mirror for my van. And yeah, what a beautiful little shop, you know, all like homemade stuff, and you know, sort of not hippie style, but a bit more boho, I perhaps, you know, bohemian, that sort of style, and a wonderful person on the checkout. That was glorious little find, and everything was in there was reasonably priced as well, so yeah, bonus. Love that place. Now I found another little ruin to go see, and it is, what's that say, that's 11 minutes away, 4.4 miles. It's the remains of an old castle, and apparently it's been unchanged for centuries. Now I've given up on that other one, that Beaupre Castle, because I'm looking at the sat nav again, and it's trying to take me down the one-way streets to get there, and I ain't gonna do it. And it's such a glorious day today, and it is half term. It is getting really fucking busy, so I'd rather find something a little bit more simple to do. But I will, again, this will be one of the places that I'll return to again when the kids are all back at school and it's just a working weekday. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so let's give this a go and see if we can find this next site. Right, I'm taking a very big fucking gamble here. I missed the I didn't miss the turning, but where the ruin is that I was on my way to, what we got here, here it is. Yeah, the ruin that I was on my way to is on the main road, and there is absolutely fucking nowhere to stop whatsoever. But I did see a sign for another castle, like a big brown sign, and now I'm doing the smallest, narrowest lanes again to try and find this castle that's nearby. I really hope no one comes up the other way. But I'm assuming this one will be a better one because it is signposted, so it's got to be a proper visitor one. I do worry about these tight country lanes sometimes. I mean, I've been relatively lucky so far, and this Beetle is so small I can tuck myself to the edge, but there is no way another vehicle would be able to get past me just here. And do you know what? I don't know where I am. I'm fucking sure this is a military training ground or something. There's an aeroplane landing in front of me. Oh fucking hell! I hope I've got the wrong way, the right way. Sorry. Yeah, there's a little private jet just coming into land right now. I'm right behind a power station as well. I'm not going to try and pronounce that name as well. But that's, yeah, there's definitely a power station there. Anyway, let me concentrate on this for a bit because this road seems to be going on forever. Right, I'm going to scrub that one as well. It's a castle called Fonmon, F-O-N-M-O-N, Fonmon Castle, and it looks like it's going to be one of those busy ones. There's school events happening, and you know what I mean, a lot of activities for kids, and you've got to book your tickets online, and that's not really what I want to do today. I wanted just to have a look around the ruin and bugger off, do you know what I mean? I didn't want to do that, but it does look good. I've just had a nosy over the website. It definitely looks like a place to visit, but for what I want to do today is just have have a nosy around on my own, you know, without any other people there. So I'm going to head back towards that other one I was just looking at and see what I can do. But then I am tempted now to stop at the beach because the sea is pretty much right in front of me. It is a bit spoiled by the view of a power station, but it's such a nice day for this exploring, it really is. Do you ever get that time in your life, or doing something that you're doing and you feel like things are just perfect? You know, they feel perfect. You feel good. You know, although I've missed a couple of places to visit today, still being out here in the country lanes on a fucking beautiful day in the middle of nowhere around a country that I adore, I just feel fantastic. You know, just putting all the problems and everything away, everything behind me, and I'm thoroughly enjoying this, although it ain't going to plan. But sometimes things don't, do they? And we make the best of it, you know. Yeah, I'm happy as Larry today. Right, I've come back to that postcode where the other ruin is, and it's taken me up a country lane beside the ruin, but it's going to be one of them places that's impossible to stop. There was a gateway back there, but it was for some old line works. It says don't block the gate, 24-hour access required, all that jazz. But again, I'm on a really tight country lane. There's absolutely nowhere to stop. So in order to find that ruin, I think it would mean parking quite some distance away and going for a bit of a hike to get to it. I don't really want to do that now. I've done as much walking as I want to today. I've walked just over 5 miles. That's it for today. I was just hoping that I could get one more viewing of a ruin or a church or something before I head back towards Swansea. But it's not looking like it's going to happen now. I was hoping to go and have a look at the power station, but as you drive down the road, CCTV, private property, do not enter, blah blah blah. So that one's out of that. I wonder what's down here. You can see it from everywhere, mind you. I suppose I don't have to go directly into it, but oh dear, I'm back on one of them lanes that's as narrow as anything. Oh dear, I am lucky to have this Beetle, I tell you. I think my Insignia would have been suffering down here today. Well, it would seem I ended up at a farm, so I've turned round and going to head back now. But I think that might be a coastal walkway path as well, because there's loads of cars at the farm, and there's a sign there saying park at your own risk and all that. But there's nowhere for me to park. It was far too busy. So I would have got out and had gone and had a look at the coast, but it's far too busy. Right, a complete change of plan now. I've moved away from the power station, away from the beach, and now I've seen a sign for St Mary's Church. Don't know, I have no idea. Just a sign. So come and see how that one goes. That's it. Was a good little find, that one. I'm glad that I did get out the car and go for a walk to that one. I very nearly didn't, to be honest with you. Yeah, but it was open, as you can see. I met the vicar in there, and she kindly let me have a look around. but I'm under the impression that their one is open all the time, and quite rightly so. I mean, I don't know what it's like around here for trouble. It seems quiet. No, you know, there's no mess, no yobs, nothing like that. So maybe they can get away with leaving it open. But it's a shame more churches weren't the same. Anyway, yeah. So what's next? Apparently, there's something next to me called the Boys Village. Okay, and from what I see, I think it's a load of or used to be some abandoned buildings which have been I don't know whether they've been left for kids to play in or whatnot. I don't know. It looks like a few of them have just been graffitied up, but apparently it's accessible. Some of them have been knocked down, but worth a visit if you're passing, according to the reviews. And I'm only 1.1 miles away, so I think I'm going to hit that one, and then I'm going to start trekking back towards Swansea, because I'm fucking dying for a cup of coffee now, like a proper home cup of coffee, not a Costa machine one. I want a proper one. So anyway, let's go take a look, see what we can find. Right, I found it. It's called the Boys Village, like I just mentioned, but it is now all fenced off, and it looks like the remains of some form of, it looks like a church. I don't know whether it is or what, but it has been graffitied up, but it's got work being done on it. So I don't know. All the other buildings are gone now, but on the website there was like pictures of abandoned buildings that have been graffitied up, you know, houses and yeah, houses and such like, but you can't, they're just not there. They've all been demolished now, and there's big like palisade fences all around, and gates and padlocks and fucking God knows what. I mean, you probably could break in, but the road is so narrow, and there is absolutely nowhere to park. Again, that's going to be one of them areas where you'd have to go for a bit of a hike to get there, and I ain't doing that today. Plus, to be fair, I mean, the building that is there is absolutely riddled in graffiti, so yeah, no great loss really.
Mother screamed all the night. She can't find her child. There is one last hope. She lit the candle and prayed. Please God, save my child. The woman read the letter from her husband, warrior. With shaking hands, she lit the candle all night.
Now that was a little bonus find. That was St Bridget's Church, St Bride's Major. Picked up a guidebook, but I'm not too sure where I am. I think I'm somewhere just outside Bridgend. No. I think I'm somewhere near that Ueni Priory that I went to the last time, and Ogmore by Sea and Ogmore Castle. I think I'm in that local area, and I only found this just by driving back towards Swansea there, and I see a sign for the historic church, so it would have been silly not to. And I'm bloody glad I did. It was nice there. I like that one. I didn't get much footage from the outside because there was a load of guys there doing the streaming, so I thought I'd just leave them be. But I'm fucking glad that I got inside. Beautiful place. Beautiful. Where we are, we're back on the M4 now. I know exactly where I am. I'm only I don't know, about 15 minutes away from my destination, and I'm really looking forward to that coffee. Thank you for watching me. I know there's been a bit of there's me been going off on a bit of a tangent about various places and not finding them and blah blah blah. You know, I know professional YouTuber that won't sit there for hours on end editing to the perfect for the perfect finish. So the ones that do watch me and enjoy what I do, then thank you very much. Thank you for the recent ones that have left me comments on I can't remember what it was, but it was a couple of videos back. There was a few comments appeared, which was nice, so thanks for that. If you're watching this one, please give me another comment, and that would be great, and give me a like. Yeah, tomorrow, what I'm going to do tomorrow, me and my wife are going up to Margam Park, and there's a castle there as well. I don't know if it's actually a castle or another manor house, but I think you can get in there, but only a small part of it is accessible. But apparently it's meant to be super haunted. If you do a bit of searching on YouTube, there is various people that have done a bit of a ghost hunt there. I think there was a couple of people that spent the entire night there. I mean, they were brave, fair play, but fuck that, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, so it's Margam Castle, which is in an area called Margam Park, situated in Port Talbot, so it's not too far away from where I am, so I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, that'll be me and my wife, so I shall do a separate video on that one, but it'll only be clips, so you won't have to worry about me rabbiting away this time. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon.